episode 31.
This is it.
How you doing? It's hot. Let's put it that way, shall we? It's hot.
Very hot. It's warm. Nothing says Britain quite like someone wearing an England shirt and the other two got fans on.
And I'm in my pants.
Yeah. Yeah, this is and it's nothing like Britain by moaning about wanting the summer and then when the summer finally gets here not being able to deal with it. So
too much.
I can't. I actually prefer the sub 10 degree weather or 12 degrees. I can go up to 12 just as long as there's no rain. That's the only thing. It's miserable otherwise.
Did you say 12 degrees is your height? Is that what you like to be?
Just pure nice, isn't it? Right now, just a cool 12 degrees.
You hear people from Chicago say 12 degrees is like frigid, and that's supposed to be a cold place. Bruno's like,
yeah, but that's Fahrenheit. That's Fahrenheit, though, isn't it?
I hope so.
No.
I love the heat. I like it. I don't complain about it. It was definitely hot, but I prefer the heat to anything else.
I actually had a conversation about this with Lissy in the week because I was saying I don't understand people that want to be hot in bed.
Yeah.
So I like being hot only in places that need me to be hot.
Well, like if I'm like at work today, I know I'm getting dirty and sweaty.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Still doesn't make it enjoyable, but what place are you getting hot and liking it? Like, what's going on?
If I'm laying in the sun and I'm in my swim shorts, I'm happy to just drip water, sweat off the bod. Do you know what I mean? Just I'm slipping and sloshing. If I'm working out and it's dripping off the nose, ideal. If I'm outside in any facet, working, like you said, happy.
Yeah, I like it.
If I'm sweating in my bed, I don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah, that's why
I need out.
We got to move to America. They've got aircon.
Well, this was actually a conversation that was just happening. That Americans actually have aircon, not just good aircon. We don't deal with aircon in this country.
They live by it.
We don't need it.
If they don't have it, it's nightmare.
To give you an idea, we're near the end of June. This is the first day where I thought, it's actually quite hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nearly July, and I feel like it's the first day it's been hot.
Yeah, there's been a couple, but it is nicer when you can go out. It's just a weekday when it's like 20-something degrees and you're inside. It's mate, come on.
Yeah, and you work from indoors as well, so it's probably horrible.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's just looking at that green outside his house. He just wants to run across it, frolic, basically.
Yeah,
that is the plus of when you work outside. There's like a bit of sweet yin and yang to it. Like if you're in the winter, I'd rather be working from home. In the summer, happy to work outside.
Yeah, you're getting vitamin D. You're wet. You're working hard. You feel like you've got a sweat on. You're getting healthier, if anything. And at the end of the day as well, you've got a mixture of sunstroke and fatigue.
And a farmer tan.
And you feel like you can sleep better.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're indoors, you're not getting that vitamin D. That's why the English look like we've had a problem potentially with Chernobyl or something in the past. We just don't look right. And I think that a lot of that is the vitamin D lack of.
Have you seen the mock-up of what they think humans are going to look like?
Because of how we all work indoors.
And because of working from home, how we're going to evolve into this like weird shape of like...
Bigger heads.
Yeah, like
smaller brains.
Claws and like hunchback.
They reckon bigger heads, bigger craniums, but smaller brains.
Yes.
Because obviously we don't need our brains anymore because of technology.
Yeah.
So they think the cranium's going to get bigger. I don't remember why though. To fit those chips in, probably, isn't it?
Yeah,
but, I hope so.
Yeah. It's something I do want to talk about because there's a gag that I saw online that's actually going to bring me to what I want to talk about, and it's Taylor Swift is for women what Elon Musk is for men, and that resonated deeply for me.
Yeah, did it?
Wait. Explain.
Basically, it's an inherent human that you can kind of believe in.
Like a modern day Jesus.
If they were just vaguely bad for you.
Okay.
Anyway, I thought the gag was good. But Bruno went to Taylor Swift, so that's basically what I'm trying to get to.
I did go into Taylor Swift, but before that, let me jump in because Scott and Joe are the types of guys that believe in AI models and what people perceive is going to happen. And then second of all, I'm going to be first in line to get that chip in my head. All right, like I'm downloading my consciousness, and that's how big man's going to live forever. All right, so let's let's settle that now. All right.
You're the guys in the spaceship on WALL-E.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
I don't know. I have seen WALL-E, but I cannot remember. Like, I cannot recount it.
Basically, there's two guys that, well, I think it's a woman and a man, but they're like 500 pounds, and they have chips implanted in them, and they just look out and they do AI only, but they're just wasting away because they have no.
Wow,
anything.
It's like a biography, biopic.
Wait, who do you reckon?
Who do you reckon? That's Bruno, does that niche even get as far as you?
No.
Do you remember we had a Hanson VHS?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Middle of Nowhere VHS.
The Middle of Nowhere VHS, and there was like 4 songs live.
Yeah.
But there was also like a world tour vlog, essentially.
Yeah.
And there's a bit where they're in London, and they do a "Where do you think you're going to be in 5 years?" But because she's English, she goes, "Where do you reckon you're going to be in 5 years?" And he goes, "Where do you reckon? Do you reckon?" So anytime someone says that, I think it's Taylor Hanson.
That is so niche. Like I bet Hanson.
I like that.
Remember this.
I thought that niche was going to touch Bruno there.
Nah, Hanson didn't touch me much as a kid, but I appreciated them. I only got like I only got like a secondhand touch when I was a teenager. When I like that.
Yeah,
when
Bruno's
you introduced me back to them.
Yeah, sorry, you're like a
Penny of Midnight.
Whereas Joe and I are like Lucy.
Where's the love?
I was going for a more
Man from Milwaukee
yearbook.
Yearbooks are
yearbooks are doozy.
I still listen to that now.
Yeah, that album generally I'll throw it on and I can't skip a song.
That first song when the piano hits.
And coming back from shows, one of our go-to is "Minute Without You." When the minutes feel like
I like that. I like that. I heard or saw on TikTok or X a couple of weeks ago the slowed down version and like isolated vocals of Mbop. I didn't realize how like
they were ahead of it.
Powerful that song really is.
Someone said recently, I didn't realize 35 years after the fact that song would mean more now than when I first heard it.
They call it a millennial anthem. Because it's explaining life for a 35-year-old.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah,
it's crazy.
It is
absolutely crazy. And they wrote it themselves when they were like
14.
12 or whatever.
Young.
They're touring with Busted in the UK.
Yeah, they do like they do an Mbop together and it's really good.
Yeah,
that's got to be a no miss, surely.
I
already missed it.
Yeah, I think it's happened, but I think they're doing it again. But when I saw it, someone on Insta story, probably Ohio, was there.
Someone from work went to it.
Yeah, and I saw it and I was like, oh my god, people are seeing I wouldn't be starstruck by many things. Yeah. It's probably down to Denzel Washington, John Cena, and Hanson. That's about the 3.
Well, I'm thinking to go to Newcastle to see Nick Carter's solo tour. Like, I just want to see Nick Carter in person.
If you've been on Discovery Plus, you don't ever support the Carters.
I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't seen the Discovery Plus one, no. Does Nick Carter not come across good?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
His personal life's about as good as Elon Musk's. If we want to go that far. Let's just say that.
I know nothing about Elon Musk.
But here's the thing.
I don't know anything.
Nick Carter made that one song we love.
Oh, wow.
So sometimes you got to wait.
Don't sell them short. Not song we like, the album we love.
Every song he's ever even featured on, I love.
Yeah.
No, just that album is.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
And that Masked Singer I sent you the other day. Yeah. I vaguely wanted to know how many seconds you guys would listen to.
It took a couple seconds. That was all it took. I thought you were singing it with you tonight. It was Journey.
Did you send that to me?
Sorry, bro.
Did you send that to me?
Yeah, it was in the Peppercorn boys group. Not the actual one, the podcast one.
you don't need to. It's fine.
Does that make sense?
I don't know.
Nick Carter's recently found Journey.
Yeah, because there's certain people on Masked Singer that you just hear and you go, that's it.
I'm trying so hard in October to whammy my way into a Journey ticket.
Yeah, boy.
That's a sing-along. He happened to wear a Journey shirt in a poster I had of the Backstreet Boys on my wall. And I looked that band up, and that would have been 2001.
Oh, wow.
And that's where the Journey started.
Yeah, Nick Carter is the reason that we like Journey.
I think the reason that I like Journey, I think I was a little bit late as well, is Bobby Two's old Bobby Bishton putting it on in the tailgate. Was it a tailgate that it was? They were playing
tailgate like 09 maybe?
Yeah. Was it 09? Was it that late? I thought it would have been earlier than that.
It might have been earlier, but Glee would have probably already done it by then, I would have thought. Surely.
No. I was way before Glee. Give me that credit. Give me some credit.
Yeah, because Raymond will still talk about the fact that when we started to work out, we had 3 albums.
Oh, yeah.
And only 3 albums would play. Journey's Greatest Hits, John Cena's album, and Creed's album.
Yeah.
They're the only 3 songs that touched that CD player. And that was how you got your early gains. If you're listening and you want to get into working out, those 3 albums, 2 dumbbells, maybe 8 pounds, maybe 4 kilos for British people, and just some laterals, some buys, some over the heads, and some faith.
And Triple H's How to Make the Game or something.
Yeah, that book would help as well.
Yeah, that was such. I still have that paperback.
Hey, if I flick for it now, I'd have so much nostalgia. I'd probably pass out.
So yeah, Taylor Swift at the weekend. I was there finally. There was a little bit of commotion leading into the week. I'm not going to get into it, but we got in about 5 o'clock, and we were all good from that point. When the ticket scanned, it was good. Like we were on the way home. Paramore killed it. Yeah, absolutely killed it. And then she got the surprise songs. I got a double dose of Hayley Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That's crazy. So there's the surprise song sets she doesn't ever duplicate. So London got quite a cool one. I was a day early, sorry, for not seeing Travis, and that was pretty sick too, because that's broke the internet.
Right, because he was there though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was there all 3 nights, and I think Jason was there all 3 nights. Kylie was there all 3 nights, and then obviously the celebrity you put down in the group chat.
Yeah, well, you were part of the celebrities that saw. We saw
I know
from Arsenal fame.
Yep.
We saw Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible fame and Katie Holmes fame. We saw Bruno, obviously from the Peppercorns fame. Who else was in there? We had Jason Kelsey from that really good documentary on Amazon.
Yep.
I wish I was in that tent. Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis was in that tent that night.
Wow.
And a couple other actors that I don't think that you've seen the films, but I have seen the films. So they're a little bit heartthrobbly as well. So you're not into all that, are you?
No. Okay. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis that everyone was avoiding, obviously, because they stink.
Yeah.
Well, they don't wash, do they? In that thing?
I think so.
I don't know. Yes, you are.
Stuff, haven't they? They've done some weird stuff.
No, they haven't, have they?
Well, if Nick Carter's off the table, then...
I'm just liking...
Nick Carter's not off the table yet, until you see the doc.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to.
We need to make that decision.
I don't want to see it.
Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher are not Nick Carter.
No.
But if you really liked Nick Carter, and you stuck with Nick Carter, they're them.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
Basically, they went to call that guy the Nancy guy from The Ranch or the Sony show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they said that he should be not in prison, and he's a good person. Easy there, you two, you stinky little people.
Yeah.
He's like 6'5".
He's a big boy.
That's tough.
But Ted is really good.
Ted is really good.
Yeah. No, it was sick. It also leads me on to I'll do it.
Sorry, you were sick, were you?
There's a pepper and cornet that I have to tail this off. But I wanted to get on to the Dave Grohl Taylor Swift little beef that happened over the weekend.
Did it?
That she doesn't play live.
Yeah,
I can confirm that she does play live, but like every sort of pop act, there is definitely a backing track type of thing.
Yeah.
But she's 100. She's got dance as well.
Yeah, it's a hell of a show. I have a theory that she might be making these shows longer because of how long NFL games are. She has to sit through.
Oh my god,
He wants him to sit through the equivalent of.
Hey.
Well,
he does 16 games, 17 games a year. Well, they go to the Super Bowl, like 19 games a year. She does 19 a week. And she expects him to go to Argentina, to Australia, to Austria, to Glasgow, of all places. And then they want her to just appear in London. And they're like, come to every single night. Not just that, perform. Imagine if she starts running routes next to that Welsh lad with Mahomes. It's going to be crazy.
They're in Dublin this week. Yeah, she's Lord of the Rings. That was a long concert. I'm not gonna lie. 3 hours. It was 44 songs.
Yeah, I watched the day after Lisa got back, and we watched the Eras tour on Disney. I've never seen a concert that long.
Yeah, I'm watching it in.
And that's condensed, isn't it?
It's about 3 and a bit hours.
3.5 hours. Yeah.
Okay, then it is. It
was pretty long. It was good though. It was good though. I liked it.
And I'll say this: we can't say much because we go to 2 night WrestleManias.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean. And Monday Night Raw is 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a long time to be in a stadium. But do you know what's sad is I think I watched Muse do a 3-hour set in Wembley once.
That's hard.
That's much worse.
I feel for you. That
was much worse.
Really
the light show was so intense it turned me around twice. I got lost in the stadium.
Oh.
Bruno, can I have some quick fire questions about a Taylor Swift concert in general?
Yeah, go for it.
When she does mystery songs, are they covers or her own songs?
Her own songs.
Is it a complete mystery what the surprise thing is going to be every single night?
Yes.
Is it happen every single night?
Yes.
Is it in the encore?
No.
Just mid? Oh, I like that. That's booking.
Yeah.
Smart.
Well, she knows how to book a show, I tell you.
It's just before the final 2 eras, I believe. There's a song where she goes acoustic, so she plays one song on acoustic guitar and then one song on piano. And she actually brought out Hayley the second night, and she brought out this other Gracie Adams. I don't want to butcher that, but that was the Sunday night one.
Oh, nice. And obviously Travis Kelce was also on Sunday night, wasn't he?
Mate, he was. Stole the show, probably.
For an athlete, he's a natural, isn't he?
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
I mean, she's got him once in there to do something, but I mean, other than that, she was cool in there. She was Ric Flair in the 70s, honestly, and he was bloody. He was like a Von Erich. He was loose. He was raw. We'll give him that. Yeah. She was like makeup, and he didn't do anything. She was like makeup, and he's like.
This is actually. That's part of the show, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was. Yeah.
But she obviously he's like getting caught up in the fact he's performing at Wembley.
Yeah,
just bringing him back. Like, yeah, got to do this. I've got a time queue in a second.
I tell you what, watching that Eras tour on Disney, I'm gonna hold my hands up to Taylor Swift in general.
Towards her?
No,
towards her because she's 7 foot.
Yeah, her dad calls her a ghost.
Yeah, she's a ghost.
She's a long white ghost.
Yeah, she's just.
She's the queen of the world, mate.
I tell you what. I tell you what. She works hard.
Yeah.
Like that show is long.
Yeah.
Involved. There's a lot of twists. There's acting. There's singing. There's dancing.
Yeah. It's a 3-hour workout and a hard one and that.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Like what she puts into that is nuts.
I don't know how you get the energy to do that. I mean, if I had to do that 20 times in 6 months,
I'd be done.
I'd be like, all right, that's cool. But I mean, she has been running this for what, 15 years, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
It's over 100. Over 100 shows.
100 shows. That's 300 hours she's been on stage in stadiums.
I'd like to know how much money she's making on this.
She doesn't even know.
Because the amount of money she's making on the gate plus merchandise is wild.
The gates must be mad because those prices were mad.
And that's big shows, like everywhere.
Yeah, I honestly don't even understand. I mean,
is she a billionaire?
She's got to be getting there, but I mean, she's single-handedly also trying to ruin the earth. But I mean, we have to just weigh that one up.
She does do a lot of stuff like to offset stuff. Like she donates a lot like to the cities that she's in, and stuff like that. But she's also this tour is making her a billionaire without a doubt.
And also, she brings that mossy bit on, doesn't she? So that's pretty good for the wildlife. Is that right?
She's creating an ecosystem.
That's good.
She has her own ecosystem.
I'm not gonna lie.
That mossy, when she released that mossy stuff in COVID or whatever it was, I tried to listen to those albums and I couldn't.
It's like Florence the Machine if she got it just wrong.
It was a little.
But it's also much better.
It was a little bit too foresty, like.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, though, as the eras go, I don't know what the names of these eras are, but the first one she did where she's got the mossy piano,
right?
Couldn't get into that. But then when she wheeled out that mossy house, bangers.
There's a song called Cardigan, I feel like.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
That's the mossy era, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's another album.
Yeah, but I mean, you could like, she calls that the mossy area.
Yeah, it's Folklore and Evermore. They're like sister albums.
Evermore. Folklore I didn't like so much. Evermore, all right, there's some bangers in it.
And is that one where she gets into like a black Zack Ryder outfit? And she's just like...
That's the one with that really epic song with the lights.
Where she treads in all the glass shatters. I thought that was so impressive.
That's Reputation.
Yeah, that's
a big one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's very good.
There's some good songs.
But when she keeps touching the grass, I was just like, oh my god, like this is the timing. Oh.
That's all I could see was the timing.
Yeah, I was like, you can see little bits of tape that she has to tread on, but I was just like, she got to get that right.
Yeah.
What's the lighting?
Did you see? Did you see that? After Hayley finished the set, Taylor normally jumps in and she like it's a swimming pool at that point.
I saw that,
in like a swimming pool.
I've seen this.
I haven't got this one. This gig is way. It's just not a gig.
He jumps in the stage and swims to the top of the stage.
Yeah, but Hayley walked to mid stage and couldn't find the way down, so they had to get her kit, and then she like moved and then went.
I saw that on Twitter on X.
On X.
I'll say this: it's such a cultural phenomenon. This whole era. I know that's a pun to call it an era, but this period of time where she's doing these tours,
it's wild.
It takes over town. It takes over the social media, but it doesn't help that Travis is now involved.
Yeah,
people are in love with both the Kelseys. It's just mad.
Yeah. All of this. Hey, when this tour started, Travis and Taylor went together. This tour brought them together. So Kansas happened. He couldn't give her the friendship bracelet with his number on it. That then obviously they met. She then took over the NFL and won her first Super Bowl, and now he's performing on stage. So this has all happened within this whole tour.
Question: surely this is the Taylor Swift halftime show next year?
Oh, I don't know.
But they have to give her 3 hours.
Yeah,
so it's a big.
She finishes in Vancouver in December. That's the last date.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's timing-wise. They surely what the NFL want is the three-peat from the Kansas City Chiefs with Taylor Swift performing at halftime.
With the Taylor, yeah, that's the football gods. That's the script writers.
Against the Dallas Cowboys, and Jerry Jones gets and it ends. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's gonna be really lovely." Show goes wrong. Cowboys win, and the whole night ends with little Jerry Jones with red eyes going, "Ah!" Everyone's like, this is not what we wanted. I say the Dallas Cowboys because I've just watched the doc of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. So Lissy's always watched the reality show. This is much better if you're interested. It's really good. If you like NFL and you have any kind of interest in like athletes, and especially athletes that are probably actually are very underpaid, so i.e. you're a wrestling fan, anything like that. It's so good. It's so mad, the level they're working at. There's obviously a lot wrong with it, and there's a lot right with it. And it's obviously, it's kind of around the year, obviously last year, which was Dolly Parton on Thanksgiving, so that's a big part of it. And I don't know, if you're interested in like America, athletes, and just that kind of situation, it's genuinely a really good watch. Better than you would think it's going to be. But I did watch 2 seasons of Cheer, so I just like athletes.
Yeah, nice. I appreciate that. It definitely is on one of my my watch lists on Netflix for sure. Finishing off the Taylor Swift stuff. So my pepper or cornet this week is being on your mobile phone whilst at a concert and pretty much recording the entire thing the entire time.
That's a good pepper or cornet.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that Joe would bring out, but it's very easy to picture.
Yeah,
because it's just you pick a picture of any gig.
Yeah,
and you'll just see. It's the equivalent of lighters now.
Yeah,
it's become the same kind of vision. But it's not just in the slow songs. It's the whole time.
Yeah, this is a caveat to it. When they get their phones up and the torches for the slow songs and stuff like that, all four. It's
gorgeous.
It's recording the concert. When are you ever gonna watch that again? Like, are you gonna like? I would never ever like right now. If I came to you, I'd be like, "Oh, I watched Taylor Swift yesterday. Check out check out this 3-hour video on my phone.
There's terrible
you're just
audio
not
from
it.
Yeah. And also, it always looks further away anyway. So, like, it's never good.
So,
like, you know, when you're at a venue, like, oh man, this looks awesome. Take a picture, put it in the group chat, and everyone's like, God, why is he in the back row? He's not, but it just looks that way when you look at it. And you're like, rotten. I saw a meme actually yesterday, and it was a guy, 2 people shaking hands, and it was your recording of a gig, your recording of fireworks, and then the handshake, and underneath that said nobody cares, and it's because you never watch them back.
It's like when you try and take a picture of a view.
Yeah, like the moon.
It doesn't look the same. It doesn't. I think I understand the theory behind it, but like you said, they're never going to watch it back. I've done it with certain gigs where I've recorded like a certain song.
Yeah, I'll do like 30 seconds of a song if it means something to someone else.
And I'll pop it in a group chat or something. Just say, look where I am, this is cool. But I'm not going to record a whole gig. I mean, Disney Plus has the whole thing perfectly filmed. Like, you don't really need to film that, I don't know.
I can feel how hard we're going towards the corning part. But before we put the butter on that, I think I'll add a caveat back to Bruno's.
Oh, hello.
People filming all the time will catch things like Travis Kelce appearing. And then they do big numbers on X. Then they monetize it and they make a little money. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. Bruno, what are you about to say this?
Nah, because I was about to say, like, there was this mum and son in front that pretty much like didn't put their phones down and was like, I just didn't get it. And they're like, but this was everyone around, to be fair. And do you know what the absolute stinker was? The absolute stinker, I knew that there was, and I'm calling myself out. I knew that there was pyro at the end. I was pretty much the opposite end of the stage, and I got my phone out, 60 frames a second, turned the phone upside down, as only I do, and I was recording the fireworks and stuff, and I missed the line, "Karma is the guy on the Chiefs," and that annoyed me. So
because you were too busy trying to get a really nice picture of fireworks
right at the end. Yeah, right there. It's bad.
Do you know what the worst part as well is like Taylor Swift? You could go to Disney Plus and watch any of this, so you don't need to record it. Yeah. But I think you should get get yourself a selfie looking at the stage.
Yeah.
Look, it's a token, isn't it? Like, I'm here.
Yeah,
this is the thing
I like that, yeah.
But the recording it, I have no clue. And also the time, half of them, they're doing this.
Yeah.
So
be in the moment, enjoy the thing.
Just enjoy it.
Definitely, I'm very much more in the moment, more than ever, with anything that I kind of do with that. I try and take one picture, like I sent in the group chat, the picture of my outfit, and then that was basically it, really. And to show where I was.
The only thing I'd say, Bruno, is if you've got any kind of video, put it up on TikTok and you'll do good numbers.
Yeah.
Nah, it's all right. I don't need it. I don't need that.
It's like when I go to watch Band Live on YouTube and I click on it and then all of a sudden realise it's from someone's phone.
Yeah.
I hate that. Oh, my God. No.
Yeah,
It has to be from a DSLR at the minimum. And decent audio.
Maybe a camera.
It is a camera, yeah. It is a camera.
Well, I'm going to not just corn it, I'm going to put butter on it, and I'm going to do butter just the way anyone else would.
Nice.
You put the glass on a stick of butter, you go down, it creates a ridge, then you can turn your corn on the ridge. That's how corny I'm doing that.
Cool. How corn does something have to get to become popcorn? Like, so it comes out the other side and it's cool again, you know?
Maybe you got one popcorn per year or something in here. It's like you hate it.
Wow.
So it's so hardcore.
Hate it. Yeah. It has to be that. And you can't just for anything nonchalant. It has to be the proper thing.
And any between kind of like corn and then popcorn is corn. Yeah. That corn. You know? Why is he shaking his head?
Because you're silly sometimes, aren't you? You're just
I'm a silly goose.
You're silly gooses.
My Michael Owen shirt's starting to get sweaty.
Oh.
Ow.
Here's a fun fact. This is my dad's shirt.
Oh, shut up, Joe.
Stop, please.
Luca, come here, buddy. Fun fact. This shirt is from 2001.
Ooh.
It's my dad's
a
shirt.
throwback.
He was your age when he wore it.
No.
That's unbelievable.
Don't.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Unbelievable, Luca. Jeff.
So I was also going to ask Bruno before we move completely away from Wembley, did you get a Wembley cup?
No, I didn't.
Because you know I like my cups.
I know you like your cups. There wasn't one. They even like in the hospitality part. I was hoping that there might have been a cup. That's the one thing that she's let us down on. There was no memorabilia cup, commemorative cup.
Yeah, I would go white top, white bottom, all the errors around the sides. And my cup of the week is WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia.
That's relevant.
It's very nice, and it is filled with Bruno's favorite substance. That is ice with Dr. Pepper Zero. And Dr. Pepper Zero branding has changed, and it now looks like a B&M can. So
I've got used to it now. I'm all right.
Feels like I'm about to eat some Chewits or something. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Do you want my?
How was your weekend? What did you do? Yeah, hit me.
My weekend was genuinely nothing happening.
Yeah.
I had a very relaxed weekend.
Did you now?
Yeah. Why is he saying that? What have I done wrong?
My Sunday was completely free.
Well, it was your birthday, mate, and we know this, but I just...
Yeah, it's been...
Well, Saturday was easy, because I just had a leisurely stroll down to your end of the woods, but you weren't in, so I just headed back.
You prove it? Have you got a picture whilst you were there?
I hate
the idea of taking pictures you in the moment?
Filming. I like to just live in the moment, and in that moment, I ran down to see my best friend. He was out for whatever reason. Turned out he was
Yeah.
So I came back.
Mental. I'm not seeing you until August. You're not seeing me in the flesh until August.
But we'll do gifts and stuff then. We'll have a good time. That's what it's about, isn't it, nowadays?
No.
And Bruno, do you have proof that your birthday is actually that day? No. Yeah, exactly. We just told it, aren't we?
It's all a bit vague.
It's all a bit something cloak and dagger about it, isn't it? Mine changes every year.
It's hindsight.
That makes sense.
I go back in age sometimes.
I don't know.
I do.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, a couple of times it's happened.
That's good. Yeah. I became David Dobrik.
Joe's gonna go back in age every single year, and then one year it's just gonna flip, and then he's gonna become like
80,
disheveled. And
Joe's there. I think he's done it because I watched some of the Peppercorn episodes in a row, and then like 5 weeks ago, I think either Joe wasn't on the show or he was saying I'm actively not present because I'm knackered in the actual beginning. Then the next episode, we're laying in a bed, and then the next episode he's in a dressing gown. Then the third episode, we're in a bed, and then the next one, he's holding his ribs, and he's like this during the episode.
You've seen me go through it,
right? So I would dare to say we are there. No, I was going to say I turned into David Dobrik because Lissy and I gifted my dad a new iPad.
Yes,
it was like.
Did you?
Yeah, and we were in the moment. We weren't filming it for content.
I was looking forward to that video.
It was.
I love that.
And that iPad was brought to you by SeatGeek, and it was also brought to you by my friends over at DoorDash. I'll say this: we're on SeatGeek salary at the minute, and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, TBA Wrestling. That's your SeatGeek. Go for $20 off. I wanted to ask my peppercorn. That's what I really wanted to do. Okay. It's pretty simple. You're going to understand why I'm asking it. Pepper or cornet?
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Bruno's making a face like he doesn't want to either talk about it or he hates Justin Timberlake.
I definitely don't hate Justin Timberlake, so we can do that, but it's just a touchy subject, isn't it?
Yeah, we love to like Justin Timberlake, I think.
He's just trying to have a good time.
Right, okay.
While driving.
Yeah, while driving, and that is awful. It is the one, with our group of friends, the worst thing you could possibly do. So I don't like him as much anymore, but he does a cover with Chris Stapleton.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very good. So again, what I'm trying to say in this episode is it's very tough, isn't it, when you don't know these people personally? Because, for example, Nick Carr, but he does a really good song. Elon Musk, bad guy, but chip in the brain. Taylor Swift, trying to destroy the earth, but I got problems.
It's fun, yeah.
That one. And then the last guy I said, I think his name was Justin Timberlake. He sang that song with Justin Timberlake. Chris Stapleton, and it was really good.
And NSYNC were really good.
But he endangered other people that don't like it. That's
he had a wild cocktail of substances in his system.
And didn't the waitress has now come out, the waiter, and said he had one drink that night?
It was all the other stuff, wasn't it?
Yes, it was all the other stuff.
You don't need to drink as much when you're full of all that.
Yeah. You're probably right.
A drink probably won't do the same thing that others does.
I mean, like, that's his... Yeah, go on.
Yeah, this is going to ruin the podcast.
Right, so I saw a thing there, because obviously we know what he said. Do you know what he said?
No.
The guy didn't know who he was, the young copper.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone loves him.
Oh, I do know this.
And he said, this is going to ruin the tour. He goes, what tour? He goes, the world tour. And someone said, I'm going to use this in any minor inconvenience. Because, you go to work and someone goes, oh, did you forget that thing? It's going to ruin it. And they're like, what? You stand your breath. The tour. The world tour. I think it's so good.
Unbelievable. He's just on it. That was just perfect.
Yeah, he knew what he's doing. I'll just say this. That was a Thursday night.
Oh, wow.
I mean, for me, a Thursday night that's chaotic.
Yeah.
He's probably getting some risotto together and watching a film. And I don't know what he's put in his system there, but it is not what I did.
I'm trying to figure out how to get on Fortnite for a couple of hours on a Thursday night.
He found all the time in the world to get all the stuff in the world into his actual physique.
He's busy. He's got a world tour coming up. He's busy.
What's he doing when he's got a world tour coming up like that?
There was another video of him starting the tour or something, and he looked just as gone as he did in his mugshot.
Someone said this was his first night on the world tour, and then underneath what's that on X that they do, the kind of correcting,
like
the community notes.
Community note, and it just said this is from 4 months ago. People were like, he's had that in his system for 4 months. It's a problem. It wasn't a bad night. It was a bad month.
Nah.
Like, that's bad.
Sometimes you got to get something in your system to perform, though, haven't you?
Yeah, maybe like a Red Bull.
And shout out to our sponsors, Blue Chew.
Blue Chew, yeah.
Is he with anyone at the moment? Has he got anyone in his life?
He's with Jessica Biel still, I think.
Biel? Is he still with Jessica Biel?
Oh,
yeah, married, I think they're married, yeah. Didn't he mucked about with a co-star, and then she forgave him, and then he just completely stared through everyone for about a month. I mean, in that video, you can see his back-end dancers, like, can't control the laughter because he's singing in a very high-pitched voice as Justin Timberlake does, but he's like... She's just looking at him like, what is happening?
I like how quickly stuff changes, though. Because a week before a video went viral where he stopped the whole concert just to make sure a fan was okay that got hurt in the front row.
Yeah. Well, it must have been happy drugs that night because he's...
And he could see in the dark, so I don't know what he was taking.
Exactly.
Or no one was getting hurt and he was seeing things.
Right. Bad. Look, this is what the episode's about. We're saying bad people...
Maybe actually just stopped the concert and everyone's like, why?
Here's the thing. Bad people make good content.
Yeah.
But we're good people who make good content. Make sure you subscribe on iTunes and Spotify and give us a 5-star review.
Amen.
You go over to the TikTok and you go over to YouTube and you give us some comments. Comment below. How bad are these people? But how good is our content? That's what you want to do.
That's quite a good peppercorn it, though, bringing it back to what you said. Is
Justin Timberlake, yeah, I'm going to pawn it.
I'm going to pawn it.
Get rid of that guy. He's gone.
Ignoring someone's...
Oh, we don't know one here.
No, I'm just saying...
I was going to malfunction.
Unless you want me to save this peppercorn it for the next, what we do in a minute. Okay.
No.
No, do you want to add this to my one?
Yeah, because it's kind of like ignoring an entertainer's personal distribution.
Yeah.
And just appreciating what they do as an art form.
I think it's tough nowadays because I'm going to give an example that is less aggressive.
Yeah.
For example, there's people that we all know in showbiz. We can't like them anymore because bad people. And you can't do it. You can't listen to their songs. You can't do anything. Just bad. Someone who is not this bad, but people have the same thing. James Corden. Yeah. People, I hate that guy. He was rude to that one waiter because that one story that came out of Harry Styles' book or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's not your friend.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
I don't really care if my comedians are bad to waiting stuff. It's not a good trait. No. If my friend was like it, I wouldn't like it.
If I was sat there, yeah.
Mm.
But if he's funny, that's all. I don't know the guy. I don't have no interest in knowing.
Appreciate the art and don't worry so much about what they're doing away from the art.
And like I said, it depends, doesn't it?
It depends on values.
It does.
I think there's a scale.
100% definitely does depend on scale, and there definitely is a scale to that, and there definitely is a line. If they're not hurting anyone, there's still a line where they're hurting themselves. That's when it gets too much as well.
It's sad, isn't it?
So, yeah.
As far
do you reckon all entertainers are kind of hurting themselves anyway for our entertainment?
I'd say a lot are, but I don't think all are.
But I mean, financially they're not. But I mean, in terms of the overall like mental, physical parts.
It depends what we are. Podcasting, I don't think this is torturing us in any way.
No, fine.
And this is entertainment.
Yeah.
This is when Joe like goes and beats all like method actor now and comes back and it's like completely tortured.
I think he's been doing a rib method act for a while now.
I wish.
He wishes.
I wish.
Getting back to Justin Timberlake, I've always liked the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you found out this guy did a cocktail or something and he was just crazy, I think that's a situation where it's like, not for me to worry about.
No.
I like his songs. It's the getting in a car.
That's the.
I can't forgive it, so I'm gonna have to corner him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna call him that situation. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna like.
You're gonna call him out for a Misfits boxing match.
I'm gonna lightly. Yeah. I'm gonna lightly corner it. I'm gonna like.
Corner
it. And then he's gonna Joe. This is what you're gonna see back. Look. His eyes are gonna be so wide, and he's gonna try and sing old show tunes. If you corner Justin Timberlake in his current state, he's not in a good way. It's gonna ruin everything.
No. It's gonna ruin the door.
It's gonna ruin the door.
What door? That is.
The what door? Honestly. I knew you guys see that one anyway. It's a great advertisement.
It's fantastic advertisement. Maybe we should do something like that.
He should change the name of the tour to "It's Gonna Ruin the Tour."
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only when people go quietly, just so you ask him a question. Yeah. He did that for a comment about what.
Yeah. I'm gonna give the calling the reckless driving, but I believe in second chances too and rehabilitation. So I'm gonna pepper Justin Timberlake for what he has been up until this point. Yeah. But talking of car crashes as well, moving on to I watched a documentary on, weirdly enough, Saturday morning whilst I was waiting for Claire to get ready to leave. I know.
Saturday morning documentary.
Ow.
That is mad. That's like swearing on a Wednesday.
It's called Which One of Us Is Lying on Netflix, and it's about a car crash that is a stone's throw from Portsmouth, like Portsdown Hill, like somewhere that I love as a child. Like I love that place. It's a crazy doc where 4 people got involved in a car accident, and then they had to figure out which one of them was telling the truth. It's got some twists and some turns in it. I'm not gonna lie.
Which One of Us Is Lying is also a great program.
Yes, I need to see. Yeah, I need to see it. Or it's One of Us Is Lying, something like that. I think I'm butchering the name. It's something about lying, but definitely watch it because it's about Portsmouth, mate.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
But we learned to wrestle, brother.
So we all learned a lot.
I learned a lot.
I feel like the ice is ruining the audio. Type of guy that does what he just said. You know, you didn't say this, but what I heard was that's what someone does that has A levels. That's what I heard. And honestly, that's going to ruin the talk.
Can I just shout out the fact that Bruno brought up last week? Bruno brought up the Hawk Tuah girl.
So the way you said that felt like you're talking about a bird, and I don't know. And I know
it did. Yeah.
I don't know at this point.
I don't know.
I did want to bring this up.
I'm not pronouncing it how she pronounced it. When he brought this up last week, I had no idea what he was talking about.
Never heard of it. Bruno was so ahead of the algorithm.
I'm so current.
If anything, I was like, this is a super weird, inappropriate thing he's just brought up.
Honestly, the way... the way
he's taking a left turn.
The information Bruno has and the amount of Gaviscon he has in his car, we called it... we call him the algorithm. That's what we call him, because he's always ahead of it, and he's got bad balance.
But yeah, he threw me with that last week, because I'd never heard of this, and it seemed super inappropriate. But then since he said it, I can't get away from the girl.
Yeah, she's
everywhere.
Yeah, but Bruno was well ahead.
I'm impressed. That's wild.
It makes me genuinely think he worked for someone somewhere, and it was just a vehicle.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows the Hector girl, because no one seems to
I wish. No, they can't.
No one found her.
Well, she's selling merch now, so she's doing all right.
She isn't.
It's the greatest. It's the greatest mystery. But can I ask a question? Who would you rather find, the Hock 2 girl or the guy that's lost it in Tenerife?
yeah, that guy. That's a crazy thing to say. But that is it. Again, if we need to do a conspiracy theory episode badly, but we need to remember a lot of these, like modern ones that are like, you know, the typical.
Yes.
Because I was thinking, when we do the conspiracy theory, we should all have a pepper or cornet that is a conspiracy theory that we have more information on.
Okay.
So it's like a one thing. But in between it, we should throw in like this guy in Tenerife. The Hock Tuah girl meets that woman that was on the plane saying, that guy's not real back there. Are they AI bots or something? Are they like being made just for
entertainment?
Yeah, I don't know. Are they real people?
No.
But I think we should definitely get into all of these things on a conspiracy theory episode. But I was going to bring it up because I was like, how is he so ahead of the algorithm? He was like 24 hours like early.
Yeah, it was nowhere until he said it.
Yeah.
You just stuck in that Gunners are us like
what's he had to do?
Hole, mate. You're just there, the football hole, aren't you?
Yeah. I must admit, I don't use TikTok other than posting, and maybe that's where I missed. But I use X a lot. Yeah. And she's all over X.
Yeah, but I don't even look at social media a crazy amount. But since he said it, no matter what I look at, she's there.
I ran into her twice.
We should have been on that content before. I know.
Joe, was that your pepper corner?
What was it? What did I say?
No.
The girl was sat on that thing.
No, he was just bringing that up.
Yeah. Before we do that, because we want to change up the kind of no, we'll do it last. What's your pepper corner?
Pepper or cornet?
Stop overthinking. Just say what you want to say.
Think it out loud.
Pepper and cornet. Hey, pepper and cornet. Next week, I'm going to open up with my pepper and cornet. Pepper or cornet.
I like that.
I'm not even going to have one.
I'm going to say this. We're not talking about it yet, but I might not be on the episode either, so we need to talk about it.
Yeah, boy.
Pepper or cornet? Being comfortable.
Oh, okay. All right. There's a length to this one.
Being comfortable with your future children.
Wait. Yeah. Bruno, pepper or cornet? Yeah, go on.
Being comfortable with your future children doing extreme sports.
I feel like there's a different way of wording it. Bruno's freaking out. I don't know how to make a picture of that.
Yeah, maybe on the motorcycle. I don't know.
Is this related to the fact that our parents have to watch us do wrestling?
That is part of it.
Yeah.
And me getting hurt.
Yeah, because there's definitely. I tell you what, I watched Stora. We brought them up before, and I thought about this week because I was watching an episode. It was pretty few weeks ago. They went to the Czech Republic, and there's these rocks that are kind of 6-7 stories high. They're probably 3 meters by 3 meters, and they're just placed everywhere. Yeah. They're just natural there.
Yeah.
And what people have done over years is climbers have drilled in metal bits on each one, so you can climb every single one.
Yeah.
What they were doing is because old climbers used to plug themselves in and then jump.
Yeah. Okay.
And if they fell, they would just hang on but bang into the rocks because 1970s.
Yeah.
There's a visual. These guys went there and were like doing it without ropes. But obviously they're very talented. But I was like, how could you as a parent watch them go to Czech Republic?
Just end it there.
Yeah. 6 stories up and jump 10 feet to another boulder and be like, oh yeah, I got that right. If I'd slipped.
Yeah. That little human you created.
Yeah, I must admit I did think about it this week. I think you got to let people, do their thing, but
there's 100% levels to it, but hey, Prague is lovely, Joe.
Okay.
I've heard.
Hostel 1 was really good as well.
Hostel
1.
That's you have to be. There's a line like with any country, isn't there? I think it's okay for certain things. Like if you were Tony Hawk's mum or dad, that was extreme sports back in the day. The creation of the X Games and whatever. That isn't as bad. But what about the base jumpers that basically climb up to the root and then just that's when it gets a little bit too silly. But the Sora stuff is right on that line.
It is, yeah.
But it's making a living and it's living.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Obviously, those people do need help, and a great place to do that is BetterHelp, and you can get our promo code for that at TBA Wrestling. And
do we have one?
No. But certainly go look at it because I think everyone should
doing TBA Wrestling.
That's my current one.
Peppercorn Boys, mate.
Yeah, but that's not
BetterHelp
promo code yet.
/ All right. Well, it's not a promo code for BetterHelp, is it? It's not a promo code
we'll get the intern on it.
For BetterHelp. Nah. I'm going to lose it.
It's going to ruin everything. I said it wrong anyway.
I was trying to figure out one, but
I've upset myself.
Room what?
Upset what? The water. Yeah, I'm pretty much with Bruno. There's a lot. It's such a line of passion, living to the fullest, but also don't jump off rocks.
Yeah, I feel like the idea of my kid being in an extreme sport sounds fun right now. But once that little human is here, and I've spent years raising it and spending a lot of money on it, it becomes a very expensive investment.
Joe's that's very cutthroat. Have you got something to tell us, Joe? Like,
I'll say this as well. I've never heard someone describe their kid as I've put a lot of money into it. That's just life. It's like Joe complaining. He's like, I pumped a lot of money into this. I'm like, what have you done? Great chicken. No, that's the bare minimum. You can't use that.
So
I've invested in this kid and he's jumping off rocks. That's mad, mate. Like, because I really like that kid. I've nurtured that kid, but I've also pumped a lot of money into him. I don't need to break like a piggy bank. I've got to go pick up my money. What is happening? You're crazy. I'm calling it. Stop jumping off rocks. Get a job.
I'm peppering it. So I don't care about the investment. Do what you want, kid.
Get off your glider. Get a job.
Oh my god.
Wow.
DJ or something. That seems low risk.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Don't be a wrestler.
Get on your paddleboard.
Get on your paddleboard in, it's like, I don't know, in the back end of Swansea or somewhere where there's nothing other than just maybe some sewage or something, like, but no dangerous stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah, I've corned it, Bruno's peppered it, and you've done what? Cornered it? Cornered that kid to get the money. You're going to have to do something before you have you're going to pass it. I'm so hot.
Struggling right now.
We're almost there, boys.
Pepper it.
You don't put your hand up.
I'm going to let you...
And don't put your hand up.
I'm going to lightly pepper it, because
you're wrestlers. Yeah, we've done it. We're causing that issue.
Because if he has something
the
to
risk
focus
is...
on or she has something to focus on, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There you go. God, that was a workout. Bruno, can I do my dog?
When's the gender reveal, Joe?
Yeah. Interesting. Don't put too much money in.
No, okay.
It's not like a TV machine. You don't win every now and then.
You can do your dog of the week, but this time send me the pictures and the link, because I didn't get to put Friday's link up. You sent me pictures right on the Friday when I'd finished the visual edit already. You've got to be better at this. You got come on.
I understand. I thought the intern would do it. My dog of the week.
Intern Brandon. Intern Lissy.
Intern Brandon. Yeah. So my dog of the week is the illustrious Hector.
Yeah.
So we worked our way through. I nearly did Kevin. Kevin's going this week.
Kevin is actually staying out of the kennels tonight.
Yeah, it has been
a
week.
Wait, no, he's actually sleeping over at one of the people that work at work's house.
Yeah, he did on Friday, Saturday as well.
Did he? Well, no, because she seemed very excited that he was coming home with her tonight.
Yeah, I think she's just excited. The first dog, Nesta, if you remember the Jack Russell, she went this week. I managed to say goodbye to her. She went in her car off to the north of England. The last two, we had Poppy, obviously, was a dog of the week, but it was a personal foster, and she did go to her home. It was the last one.
Friday.
Friday, unfortunately, still hasn't had many applications. So if you're still interested in Friday, obviously, go ahead and have a look here on the site or watch last week's episode. It'll be linked underneath that one.
I thought it was a him.
It is a him. I just get it wrong a lot. A lot of dogs.
I genuinely, if I had a house, I think I'd have to ruin my whole
life.
outlook on I won't get a dog until I retire or I'm in the position to have a dog because of that little dude. Like, he is.
Joe nearly bought a second house.
I was going to give him my room here.
Yeah, I make my life hard. Jesus Christ.
I'll be here once a week.
No, that's such a help. No, the dog is Hector. So Hector, a little backstory, he's a bocker. He came in only 3 or 4 months after Luke, who's my dog that you've seen in past episodes. I love both of them. Luke went away to a home about 4 or 5 months into his time. He didn't have a good time. It wasn't a good fit, and they didn't do ideal situations. So they brought him back. At that point, I was genuinely considering Hector because I loved him so much. But Luke came back in, and it felt like fate. I then took Luke. Fast forward 2 years next month. That's Hector, how long he's been there.
Yeah.
And Luke was considered a long stayer when I took him, and Luke was only there 3-4 months prior.
Yeah.
So Hector's our longest stayer. He's coming up to 2 years. He's a bocker. He's got some guarding issues, but he's been home with a member of staff for maybe 3 months now.
He's looking good as well. He's lost a bit of weight.
He's lost some weight. He runs around with other dogs, plays with other dogs. As long as he's told what to do, he's scared of cats, so cats aren't an issue. He just needs to be told what to do and what not to do because he's never been told, so he doesn't fully know.
So he just needs some proper training.
Yeah.
And time.
And also, the person who's taken him home has done lots of that with him. So he's become better, and they've had absolutely zero problems in the house. Because past people have mentioned things like guarding a room or a bed or whatever it is. You've got to give dogs boundaries. For example, when I brought Luke in, I was told the same. I gave him a Kong, which is a toy. He took it into a room and guarded the room for me. And again, very early into this situation, I knew him at work for 6 months, but I never had him at home. I said then, he's not having Kongs anymore. And I've never had one guarding issue with him. And again, that might not be the perfect situation for Hector, but it's learning. It takes you, they say, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months before you learn about your dog. And I mean, after 3 hours and 3 days, I didn't know what I know now about Luke 2 years on. And there's certain things I did early that I would never even attempt or think to do because he doesn't like it or, situational thing. So with a dog, you need to give it time. But one of the things with Hector is right from the start, you need to let him know this is not yours, that is yours. And he's absolutely perfect. But you'll see a picture. You've probably seen a picture already while we're talking about it. If I send it to intern Brandon. But he is genuinely one of the most photogenic dogs you'll ever see.
He is the prettiest dog.
One of the prettiest dogs you've ever seen.
What breed is he?
He's a bocker, so he's a beagle cocker, which is similar to what Luke is, but he just looks a bit different. He's about the size of a beagle, so he's not massive. But if you are in a good situation, the link for his page will be below this video. Go have a little read through and see if it's a good fit for you. And if it is, obviously put an application in.
Hector boy!
Hector!
You might need to start making a website, the Peppercorn Boys, with the dog of the week on it, because I'm not going to lie, trying to find Friday on the Mini Tiers site last week was a mission, which was unsuccessful for me.
Yeah, and
unsuccessful.
And he's got a chip in his brain. The thing is, I think once a lot of people so follow the brand and the place, the rescue, that people have got used to that site over years. For example, I work there. I can find things very quickly. But it feels a bit outdated and something that I think we've looked into people donating their time, like tech people, to give us an updated site. But in time, I'm sure
I'll come do it.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure there's a really nice way of doing it. And then having like a page where you see the dogs from home, like the pictures that come from homes, they go in there and you can look into like a database.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I like it. But there's a massive, to be fair, Mini Tiers is pretty big on Facebook community and like Instagram and everything. So it's just we need to grow the Peppercorns and then we can grow Mini Tiers beside it, And
then we open up our own show. Can you buy some land?
Yeah. I'm going to throw in a fourth pepper or cornet as well. Right at the end. It's just going to be a quick one, maybe.
Maybe.
It depends how passionate you get for it. But pepper or cornet, being so good at a character that you get real life heat. So I watched House of the Dragon episode 2. I watched it live, which I kind of regret because I didn't need to. After the first episode, I should have realized that this one's going to be a little bit slower pace, so it would have been a nicer watch on the Monday. But the guy who plays one of the characters in it is getting real life like hate comments, but obviously it's happened many times before with so many different actors playing different characters, being so hated and being so good that you get real life heat.
I kind of like it because we're from the wrestling world, so we kind of what's the word? Not fantasize. It's like we overdo maybe that concept a little bit, because in the 80s you hear stories of like Rowdy Piper and you'd get stabbed on the way to his car because he had so much heat, and like you couldn't even get to the ring because people were trying to get to you. And we kind of, you know, make that into like this really cool thing, but in reality it's super dangerous. But I do still like that. Like we hear Dan Scott got attacked by 2 women in season 2, and she said, "Stay away from those 2 kids."
Well, it means you're doing your job.
Yeah, Jericho in 08, he got like his tires slashed and all that, got attacked outside his car. I love it because I think you're doing your job right. But I definitely don't. I think we're in a world now where it's nice if people can
separate
them. Yeah, we can't guarantee what people are going to do.
Yeah,
but if that actor, you know, is on a talk show more often as himself, I think it might help.
Yeah. Or like hate him so much that you go to his real page and give him plaudits on how good he is at it.
Yeah.
No, or just be angry at the author. Be angry at the author or the writer, for crying out loud, because it's so funny. But with everything, I'm not gonna dive down in the details for it. But the memes from this week's episode is so funny. It's so good. But
I would say it's not found my algorithms, because I'm not really involved in any part of that. But
it will now.
This time last week, I thought the same about that woman at Spat. So who knows? But as far as people hating characters that much, I'm peppering it. Heavy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm peppering it, but people need to relax.
Take a step back. You know what I mean? Just
go say well done.
Back and have a break. You know what I mean?
Go say well done. Stop being a douchebag.
I have a little football take off the back of that, and I just want your quick opinion. Because England are about to play. This is in hindsight. Could have gone really bad. It could have gone really good.
We can't. We can't time it. We can't timestamp. This is not dateless now. Or what's the timeless? This isn't timeless now.
Yeah,
you stuck us right into a Tuesday evening here.
I can make this timeless.
All right, cool.
How annoying was Conor Gallagher last night? Timeless. Paddy Power did an advert. It worked this week. The same as it did last week. It's 2 weeks old.
So good.
And that video was perfect for this week. Basically,
they're not missing with their adverts right now.
All the pundits came out and basically said, not good enough, rubbish. All the players have come out very intensely and said, you didn't win anything, and this doesn't help. You should be lifting us. Yeah. And I like that bit of bite. But my other thing is,
I do.
Their job is to analyse the game. You were terrible.
Yeah.
What do you want them to do? Be your cheerleaders? They can't go, come on, Jim. Yeah. They're supposed to analyse the game. They can't be like, I don't know what they want them to do. Like, it's such a weird TV show.
It has been such a weird week of how it went down, but the journalists don't help either by bringing it up.
Yeah.
So it's just toxicity. Like when we grew up and it was Euro 96 or Euro 2000, like there was like massive hype going into the tournaments and then like massive downs when we got knocked out. But there was none of this like itty bitty crud, was there? I know the press back in the day if they didn't like people, they got people sacked because they just put the narrative out there because it was the only place. But right now, you like it doesn't like if the pundits are nice to them, you can't tell all of the world to be nice to you because you're going to see it.
And do you know whose job it is to tell Jude Bellingham you're really good and Foden express yourself really good? It's the manager.
Yeah.
The guys are supposed to analyse the game and they watch you create XG of 0.03. They can go really bad, wasn't it? Fair play.
The gaffer, mate. It's all about the gaffer.
It's all down to the gaffer. Anyway, as you guys
I agree.
Another episode of the Peppercorn Boys, episode 31. Like I said earlier, go to YouTube, give us a subscribe, give us a like, watch all the videos. Comment below, obviously, have a little look through the dogs of the week. And obviously on iTunes, Spotify, and on Apple Music. Go give us a 5-star review. Let your friends know about it. Just promote it around you. Put it on your socials. Have you heard this podcast? It's very good. Joe will even corner Justin Timberlake if you're not careful. And if you don't download this, It's going to ruin everything.
Ruin what?
It's going to ruin the world tour.
It's going to ruin the algorithm.
Yeah.
I can't say that word. Algorithm. Yeah.
This podcast is going to ruin the world tour. That's the name of the podcast.
Very good.
Yeah, that will be. And the bit, the listen or watch or might be or we'll corner you or corner Justin Timberlake or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't come up with it yet, but yeah, let's go watch a couple hours of dull entertainment, shall we?
Yep.
Welcome to Gunazara.
Yeah. I didn't know how you want to end it.
Go on.
Forever Bruno.
You're getting so...
I'm getting soft because I really like you.
That's... What, so you started out you didn't like me?
No, I just had a lot of like